I just wanted to share this idea with everyone. It's part of a larger project which is called Siren, which is the Screening and Intervention Resource in Early Number. When we developed this, and I must acknowledge my colleague Kelly Norris, who teaches at Harmony Primary School, we developed this prior to the Australian curriculum. When the Australian curriculum came out, what we did was we then mapped this idea of how counting develops to the Australian curriculum. And what's very nice is, if you notice here in the green, that the way the Australian curriculum is set out, it's in exactly the right progression for the development of number skills. Earlier in this discussion, we talked a little bit about children need some prerequisites. So for example, up here, we've noted that you actually need a verbal counting sequence. You need to know the number names and they need to be in the same order. Or we picked up ideas of sabotaging. So these are all linked here to show how they link to, for example, here are the 5 counting principles, and you'll find them on page 12 of First Steps. It goes much further into what those counting principles are. There are some key points here, and one simple idea is that if you take this development and you fold it in half, a very simple way about thinking about the development of counting, and you'll see here it's sort of as you move out of the foundation areas into year 1, you've got to one side of the fold, and on this side is the sort of the pre-counting, the pre-foundation, the early foundation material. Over here we would suggest it's all about counting with stuff, with materials. As you progress along, it might be counting about images of stuff or materials. But as we move here to more formalisation, particularly toward the end of year 2, it's about being able to count and understand the abstractness of the count. And that's why by the time you get to the end of year 2, under the Australian curriculum, children are expected to know their basic addition and subtraction facts.